Hey guys, what's going on? Tool Cruise here checking in with
Goodness.
And today we're going to be filming a long-term review and comparison of our two folding bikes. So we've got our 16-inch folding bike over here, the Mobot Royal, and we've got our 20-inch folding bike over here, the Dahon Mariner. So we're going to be talking about both of these bikes, the benefits of smaller wheels and larger wheels, and what's good and bad about both of them. So let's go ahead and get started with today's video.
Let's go.
So we've been using the Mobot Royal over the last year. We've used it in a bunch of different situations, bike packing in Japan, in Thailand, and now here in Vietnam. It's been a great bike for us overall. We also got to ride them over in Singapore as well, which is where the company is based. And the Dahon Mariner we've been riding for the last half year, but we have ridden some 20-inch folding bikes from Dahon in the past as well. So our total time on this style bike is about a year as well. So we're actually filming here in a new location here in Da Nang, Vietnam. We're by the river. So the ocean is over there on the backside behind here. And I'm really excited about this location because we've really struggled to find a quiet location to film here in Vietnam. But there's this nice little path here, which a lot of people use for cycling, also for running, and also a few cars use it for driver's training, but it's not that busy most of the time, so it's very quiet. We've got some nice views of the river here, of the bridge, and Tung and I, we've got a new outfit. Vietnam loves their fruit clothes, so we got a new one. This is pineapple, suica, watermelon, and pineapple. Yeah, Tung's new favorite clothes. Yeah. And so we're actually both rocking the same outfit right now. It's our new favorite couple outfit. Before we had the banana shirts, and now we got this one. So let us know which one you like better. Yeah, so sometimes some cars do pass through here for the driver's training. You can see they got some of the lines. So I think they practice like their parking and some different stuff, but very little traffic, nice and quiet. Also over here on this side, there's a little amusement park. So we're gonna be doing some riding tests later on in today's video. So first I wanna talk about our 16-inch bike. This is the Mobot Royal, and this is actually a tri-fold bike. So the back wheel just pops out like that. So that's one other difference between these two bikes. This one is a tri-fold, whereas most folding bikes are, I think, just two-fold. And so of course the main thing with the 16-inch bike is the wheels are going to be considerably smaller. So the advantages of that is this bike can fold down smaller than the 20-inch wheel bike, but the disadvantage is the smaller the wheel, the more rough the ride will usually be. So if the road is rough or we go over any bumps or holes or anything, you're going to feel it a lot more on these bikes. And when you're riding the larger wheels, it's going to be a lot more comfortable. And just to show you guys how this bike actually folds down, first we just flip the wheel back and we undo this lever here, pop this part in, push this one over, and then that folds down. And one of the really cool things about this bike in particular, not all 16-inch wheel bikes have this, is it has wheels on the bottom. So you can actually just roll it around like this with the seat post up, and that's an easy way to move it around if you're going in like the train station or something. And of course, the seat post goes down, so it gets down really nice and compact. So next, let's take a look at our 20-inch folding bike. You'll notice right away that this one is quite larger. One thing that I really like about Dahon as a brand is their bikes fit really well with taller riders. One of the great things about folding bikes is they tend to fit a variety of different riders, so they can fit you if you're shorter or if you're taller, but there is usually a limit on how large they can go. So for taller riders like myself, sometimes you need a larger seat post. I had to get a special extension seat post for my 16-inch folding bike, but with the Dahon folding bike, this is my wife's seat position, and I can just raise the seat to whatever position that I need. And they also give some extra adjustments up here in the front as well. So if you want a more upright position, which is what my wife likes, you can do that. But if you want a more aggressive position like this, which is what I like, I usually always like my handlebars lower than my saddle, you can do that. And that's the beauty of folding bikes, is they usually give you some different options on the fit that you want. And we can actually switch between these two folding bikes And that's the great thing about them. We can share them and they fit a variety of different people. The other nice thing about this bike is it does have a rear rack on the back. It came with this nice little bungee strap. So we're actually going to be going grocery shopping later today, and we'll pick up a cardboard box from the grocery store. We can store our groceries here on the back. And both of these bikes also do come with attached fender sets, which is great because the roads here get really wet and really dirty often here in Vietnam. One other difference with this bike is it does have a kickstand, but let's go ahead and show you guys what this bike looks like folded down. Most two-fold bikes fold the same kind of way. We're gonna drop the seat post down, take off the safety switch, fold down the front handlebar, and we've actually got an extra bag in here, so this may not fold as cleanly. Next, undo this safety latch, open this one up, and it'll fold and lock in place like that. You can also fold in the pedals, so it takes up a little less space. So looking at the two bikes side to side, you can tell that this one is considerably smaller, and this one actually can fit in some larger suitcases, which is great for traveling. You just sometimes need to remove the full seat post from here and you can slide it in. So that's one extra step. But this one is a little bit longer, and with the larger wheelbase, this one doesn't fit in any of our suitcases that we've tried, unfortunately. So one of the main advantages of a 16-inch folding bike is just the transportability, the foldability. We can bring this anywhere. And I love the way that this tri-fold system works because we can just roll it around everywhere. It doesn't feel like extra luggage. Whereas this system, it's not as great for, it doesn't get down as small. We can't fit it in as many places. And it's also more difficult to roll around. This one, we can't just push it. We gotta lift it up like this and roll it. So it's kind of awkward. There are some extra options you can get with this one called the front landing gear. So it's an extra wheel in the front, so you can move it around that way, but it's one extra accessory that you need to get. But overall, those are the main comparisons between these two bikes. So next we're gonna go on to the riding test. But before we do that, we need to do the unfolding. So let's do the quick comparison to see which one opens quicker. Also adjust the handlebars. Okay, that one took a little longer because I don't use this one as often. Tuong normally uses this bike lately, so I was a little bit rusty, but I do this one a lot more, so I should be a lot faster with this one. Let's go ahead and start. All right, and these ones, the pedals, we didn't unfold those, so this one's ready to go. Chinchan is ready to go.
Yeah.
They're blasting some music over at the cafe across the river over there. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the ride test.
Let's go.
So Tuong's gonna be starting here with her Dahon Mariner. I think I rose the seat a little bit too high, but that's okay. Quick, easy adjustment. And I'll be starting with the Mobot Royal. So we're gonna be doing our test around here on this nice new secret path that we found. And check this out, they got some new nice outdoor dining right by the river, right by the bridge. No one's out here yet, it's still a little bit early, but should be quite a few people coming out here as it starts to get dark and people get off of work. So on to the test. Yeah, we've been riding these bikes for like over a year now, so we're very familiar with them. And personally, I really love my Mobot Royal folding bike just because I tend to adapt to like any bike pretty quickly. And this one, it feels a little bit more agile, more aggressive, which is what I like. I've got the flat handlebar, the low profile. I've got the extension seat post, so I've got my normal like seating position. And overall, I just really love this bike. It's really easy to travel with. We can bring it in a taxi. We can bring it on the train. We can bring it just about anywhere. And it's been a rock solid bike. It's also got nice attachments. So I've got the front bag attachment so I can put my grocery bag up in the front if I need it. And if I don't need it, it quickly comes off. So yeah, it's been a really solid bike and really enjoyed it. But I think Chinchan, on the other hand, has tended to prefer the 20-inch folding bike. Why is that, Tuan-chan?
I feel more comfortable.
It feels more comfortable
Yeah, and more faster.
and faster?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of the big things with the larger wheels. They're going to feel more comfortable. It's the same thing with mountain bikes. That's why most people now ride 29er mountain bikes rather than 26-inch. Just the larger wheels feel faster, feel more comfortable, roll over things easier. And yeah, I think this one, because of the larger wheels, it feels more like a normal full-size bike. So that's one of the advantages of it, and it does feel a little bit faster. So Tuang, she's really like picky with her like comfort and those kinds of things, whereas I have ridden a bunch of different kinds of bikes, like mountain bikes, track bikes, road bikes, everywhere. So I'm pretty flexible in like what position that I'd go with. We actually have different handlebars on our Mobot Royal folding bikes. I've got the flat handlebars and she's got the riser bars, just because I think when she's on like a folding bike, she likes the more upright position when we're doing more casual stuff like going grocery shopping and whatnot. But when we're on the road bike, it's a different story. We're on the more aggressive like position because we're riding harder, more for training. So it depends on the purpose that you're using the bike for. So that's most of the loop that we just started at up here by the bridge. We finished most of it. We made our way to this section here by the river. So yeah, it's not a super long section. I think it's just maybe like a kilometer or two. But it's a nice place to just do some relaxing riding. A lot of people use it for the running or walking, but there are some people out here doing some casual cycling. So I think this is one of our new secret favorite spots for filming videos in quiet and peace without having to worry about motorbikes and honking horns. And well, there's no escape from motorbikes completely. There's still a few motorbikes in here, especially since they got that cafe up there. So they're gonna be probably bringing them different like ingredients and products and stuff. But overall though, like we've ridden these bikes in a bunch of different circumstances. We've used them for like basic commuting, going to the grocery store, for exploring adventures, and even for training. Like I rode my 16-inch Mobot folding bike up Doi Suthep, so they can climb. And it just depends on which model you get, like how many gears you get. Some of them use normal external derailleurs, some of them use internal hubs. So each have their advantages and disadvantages. But yeah, as long as you get a comfortable position, you get your leg extension, you can get a good workout on any bike, and these bikes are no exception. So yeah, overall, we've really enjoyed using both of these folding bikes. They're really great, versatile bikes, and both have their advantages and disadvantages. But let us know in the comments, which do you prefer? Do you prefer a 16-inch folding bike or a 20-inch folding bike? So I think me and Tung are gonna be splitting our opinions. Tung likes the larger 20-inch folding bike. She likes the comfort. But personally, I like the more versatility, the easy like traveling and storability of the 16-inch folding bike, especially the tri-fold system. But let us know what you guys think down below in the comments. And we also have our playlist up here with all of our adventures on our folding bikes, some of our bike packing trips in Japan, Thailand, so you can go check those out if you want. And before we go, we want to say a special thank you to all of our awesome supporters over on Patreon. Thanks to your guys' support, we're able to continue filming these videos. That's it for today's video. We'll see you next time here on Two Wheel Cruise.
Bye.